it's a for any nkonkohwe mrahye bedwefie na Alban Kings for Sumana Babe the lawyers lawyer Edisu Temeklo and lawyer Tadio sorry to the Ascension come Supreme Court sanka motions now set before Parliament some motion in favor for the NDC. If so, these are lawyers that represent Parliament in the Supreme Court, and I said almost representing Alban Kings for Sumana Baben. Now, it's from quite no to me, Uncle yes, I'll cram out to me and concerning the matter. And I've seen a for having a reduced to the sentence. If this is what is said in the Supreme Court, then we should obey what the Supreme Court says, but not Alban Kings for Sumana Baben. Now, it's for Kasayebi Akosu between Afenoma Kings and Honorable. A compare kun Japan ayasem to the point say I go for sitting in the bidom better party ma and sanaya don be independent and I feel say permanent kun sake sanko for and MPC from mo party mu so they keep on representing their constituencies till the next term na it for ni kai bo abeto yensa no tie nsem bi pine ko tie nsem a ekoso ho no mbra da mu ina as
to take decisions and then he said that on the basis of that is adjourning Parliament indefinitely. And this particular meeting, he has suspended it, adjourned the House indefinitely. It says there will continue to be talks. When there's any agreement, and the House will have to come back, they will do so. It will mean that a lot of key government business, or 2 Supreme Court judges, their fate is now unknown.
And all the bills that would be affected. I know that there are some LIs and some bills as well now by contemplating, including even the free SHS bill. It didn't know a bill say what they are likely to be affected. Yeah, baby, I know so. But I'm present Busa way. Say, as we speak, do you know? Say, speakers were instructing the lawyers. Say, share. If they can also set aside the decision of the Supreme Court.
In fact, that was the indication we have been getting since yesterday.
Okay.
As of 3 p.m. yesterday, we had an indication that lawyers of the Speaker were at the registry at the Supreme Court trying to file. And then at some point, they were asked to stop by the Speaker himself that they should not file.
Okay.
In fact, this morning as well, an NDC MP, in fact, Dr. Dominic Ayine told the Sister Media House that lawyers for the Speaker, Tadio Sori and his firm, were at the Supreme Court trying to file to stay the execution of that order of the Supreme Court. And they were trying to get that done.
Okay.
But we can confirm that as of now, no process has been filed by the Speaker or his lawyers.
Okay.
It will mean that the 7 days the Supreme Court gave them to file their statement of case in relation to
substantive
matter is counting up until Thursday. Then that will kick in, and then next week they would have to file the memorandum of issues, and then the case will have to be dealt with. But as of now, we can confirm, say, Speaker and the lawyers ain't filing any application in court. They have not filed any process at all as regards to the order that the court made.
Okay, and meaning, sir, if they don't file any such processor, and also would be an acknowledgement of
that order
the order from the Supreme Court. Wow, and that's really interesting. As we speak, no, after the bills and LIs are buying business a bit suffer from this. What do we know?
Starting with the LI, the Supreme Court were hoping to lay an LI. It will guard the adjudication of presidential and parliamentary petitions.
Okay.
And we know that when it comes to LI, they would have to go through 21
sitting days.
As we speak, it's almost looking uncertain. Unless Parliament decides when they come back, whatever time they come back, to do a lot of sacrifice and sit to get that LI to mature. So there is that. There's another LI that the Electoral Commission wanted to also lay as regards to the 7th December election. That is also now on ice. When you come to bills, there's the free SHS bill. There is the EPA bill, very key in terms of the IMF conditionality that was set for us. That has been reaffirmed several times by the majority leadership. Then there is the matter of LI 2462 or Mampinika said and we expected that it will be revoked last week.
The amount for mining in forest reserves.
They wanted to revoke it, but the whole of last week there was a lot of political issues. That LI did never come up to the floor, even though the AG had written to the clerk of parliament said the LI was ready and they were ready to do business, but it wasn't late. The expectation was that this week they would do something on it. That is also not going to happen because of the current suspension of the House. So when you look at some of those bills, those are the key ones. But there's also $250 million.
$250 million.
That is the Ghana Financial Stability Project. $250 million.
I was on Parliament approved.
That is also on ice now. there's also the matter of about $350 million worth of tax waivers, and also is currently on ice. That is also not being dealt with. And in fact, the majority side have been trying to get that through, but because they have not even gotten some of their members to support it, that is why they have been struggling. That is also on ice. And then finally, the matter of the Supreme Court nominees, 2 of them who were nominated by the president. The appointment committee have vetted them. The report, we understand, is ready, but because of this, the report has not even been laid. And then finally, the vote on appropriation, the budget for 2024, just the first quarter of next year, so that when Alban for the substantive budget, but for the first quarter, okay, the finance minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, was expected to come at the start of November to present a budget, the vote in lieu of appropriation for 2025 first quarter. But given what we have now, that is also suspect. And there are concerns that if you don't deal with this as soon as possible, you can have a government shutdown. If you don't deal with this and you go for election, you perhaps have to come back after election and all that. So Obi, they could see what
me tete and Benghazi for pictures me no na me dey send no eguso. These are pictures are viral on social media. At the time we were getting ready to start the show, apparently the member of parliament for Aguna West constituency picture
yes.
Making rounds. What's the story behind picture
in fact, the information some people are telling us is that Cynthia Morrison may have withdrawn her candidature as an independent candidate, but we don't have confirmation. We tried to get the majority leadership to get us information. They would not allow us. But Cynthia Morrison was in parliament. No majority office. In fact, picture here was social media. That is the majority leader.
Where Afenyomark in office, no.
Yes. And that is where he met, he spoke with Kennedy Japan and other persons. They tried to have some back and forth on that. And so that is the information we are getting. But we have no confirmation yet.
But that confirmation will come when she sent an official letter to the Electoral Commission. So I withdraw the decision. But if these pictures are anything to go by, it's been a while we saw her in such hearty moment with the colleagues in Parliament, especially the majority leader and Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Ejapon. In the picture, and you see Eugene Boachi entry, Kennedy Ejapon, Afenyomark, lady no okay. Albani former MP, me say former Kumasi Mayor, Mama Patricia PJ, ewo na bema no gina say ne hwan ono nso ewo mi nti oba wo be hu omunyira omone Cynthia Morrison etwa picture. What it means we don't know. The ayatete though and say we withdrawn the decision to want to go as an independent candidate. But I said the the prima facie evidence I bet you say indeed that decision has been made. A letter I bet you the Electoral Commission of Ghana. The train said in Yoma ABC Ako very interesting development in Ghana's parliament the whole of today. That's a snap of what has happened. And Kwesi Botwe says
Dubai inti ebe to aso dia mom ba meduru ho ene message bi a NDC di ba bia no mu hu se eye ya mutu.
It doesn't fly
Inti edu se aye obi a o memwo insuo mu na ayatase atase na chese wo se ebobo ha na ye de fa ha na ye ko hye nkrofo echi na manfo be ye strike na onapo na guy no fence Professor Bibi no there also
jump
university from cost strike. They say yes, you are promising it. Yes, you are promising it. Say obey education minister say John Winia. Into who ni video na or sapa mo ha na omo bo na JDF ona apo na obo. And I'm say hey obenya minister so be bre enye easy. I was say osa na osa so put more on cost strike. So at here na anyi bai omo message am fly no media de me 2 NDC for no say before I member me content dem be ka no eba me de bed ha dia me say omo bebre yeni na ye abusia ye nua NDC for etie mi me say yeti ko mu this area and yeti asumdwe mu